Everyone's talking about the Multiverse, Secret Wars, and the end of the Infinity Saga. But there's one tiny clue Marvel left behind that proves they're about to hit the reset button on the entire MCU. Marvel fans, buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the biggest game changer since Thanos snapped his fingers. You've seen the theories, you've heard the rumors. But what if I told you that the proof of Marvel's grand plan has been hiding in plain sight all along? From the mind-bending events of Loki Season 2 to the reality-shattering consequences teased in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's clear that Marvel is gearing up for something massive. But amidst all the chaos and speculation, there's one overlooked detail that ties everything together and reveals Marvel's true endgame, a complete timeline reset. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another fan theory, but hear me out, because this isn't just speculation. This is the roadmap to Marvel's next era, and I'm about to show you the signpost everyone else missed. Let's start with Loki. Season 2. We all watched in awe as the sacred timeline unraveled, and the multiverse exploded into chaos. The collapse of the Time Variance Authority's loom wasn't just a plot point. Remember the incursions mentioned in Multiverse of Madness? Those weren't just throwaway lines. They were setting the stage for the ultimate collision of realities. And where does that lead us? Straight to Secret Wars, the comic event that reshaped Marvel's entire universe. Now, here's where it gets interesting. And I'm not talking about some hidden Easter egg or a Blinken Joe Missett cameo. No, this clue is so obvious, so in your face, that it's almost laughable we didn't see it sooner. The clue, it's time itself. Or more specifically, how Marvel has been playing fast and loose with it. Think about it. Since Endgame, we've seen time travel, alternate timelines, variants from different realities, and even characters who exist outside of time altogether. Marvel is unjust telling us that time is malleable. They're re-showing us that it's the key to everything. But here's the kicker. All of this time manipulation isn't just for fun. It's setting up the ultimate reset button. Remember how confusing the MCU timeline became after the 5-year time jump in Endgame? That wasn't a mistake. It was the first step in loosening our grip on a fixed MCU chronology. Then came the Disney Plus shows, each one further blurring the lines between past, present, and future. But the real clincher, it's how Marvel has been treating its legacy characters. We've seen new takes on familiar faces, from multiple Spider-Men to variants of Loki that challenge everything we thought we knew. Not just expanding the multiverse, they preparing us for a world where our favorite characters can be reimagined and reborn. A villain who exists across all of time and space is the perfect catalyst for a universe-wide reset. Now, I know what the skeptics are saying. Marvel wouldn't throw away years of continuity. But that's the beauty of it. They don't have to. A timeline reset doesn't mean erasing everything that came before. It means creating a new foundation, one that honors the past while opening up infinite possibilities for the future. Think about it like this. What if the MCU we've been watching for the past 15 years is just one branch of an infinite multiverse? What if the reset isn't about erasing that timeline, but about zooming out to show us the bigger picture? It's a way to address the challenges of an aging cast, to bring in new characters without the baggage of decades of continuity, and to keep the MCU fresh and exciting for years to come. But here's the real mindbender. What if this reset has already happened? What if the post-Endgame MCU is already a new timeline, one that's slowly diverging from what we thought we knew? It would explain the subtle differences, the new directions for familiar characters, and the increasing focus on the multiverse. The evidence is everywhere, once you start looking for it. The introduction of the multiverse in Spider-Man No Way Home wasn't just a fun crossover event. It was our first real glimpse at the possibilities of a reset MCU. The exploration of alternate realities in What If wasn't just a creative exercise. It was Marvel showing us the infinite potential of their universe. And let's not forget about the upcoming slate of Marvel projects. Secret Invasion, Armor Wars, Thunderbolts. These aren't just news stories, but the real proof. It's in how Marvel is approaching its storytelling. The increasing focus on legacy characters, the exploration of different versions of familiar heroes, the blending of different corners of the Marvel universe, it's all leading to one inescapable conclusion. Marvel isn't just preparing for a reset. They're already in the middle of one. And the clue that everyone missed, it's the very fabric of the MCU itself, slowly unraveling and rewinding before our eyes. So what does this mean for the future of the MCU? It means anything is possible. Familiar faces in new roles, beloved characters reimagined for a new era, and stories that can draw from the entire history of Marvel without being constrained by it. This isn't the end of the MCU as we know it. It's a new beginning. A chance to revisit what we love about these characters and stories while exploring new horizons we never thought possible. So, the next time you're watching a Marvel movie or show, pay attention to the details. Look for the threads that connect everything, the subtle hints at a larger design. Because the clue to Marvel's grand plan is unhidden in some obscure comic reference or post-credit scene. It's right there in front of us in every frame, every line of dialogue, every twist of the plot. Marvel is resetting the timeline, and we're all along for the ride. The only question is, are you ready for what comes next? This is UNT, just the next phase of the MCU. It's a whole new universe of possibilities, and the best part? We've only seen the beginning.